Boris Johnson's plans to let Huawei play a role in the UK's 5G network have attracted fresh controversy as Tory rebels warn against the proposal. One of these MPs told Express.co.uk that the initial acceptance of the Chinese company was a grave error that could have fatal consequences for Brexit. One of the major agreements reached between China and the UK in recent months was the Huawei deal. Prime Minister Boris Johnson allowed the Chinese technology company to play a part in building the UK's 5G network with a limited role. Under the plans, it will only be allowed to account for 35% of the kit in a network's periphery, which includes radio masts. Huawei will also be excluded from areas near military bases and nuclear sites amid security concerns. But, since then, trust in the Chinese government has evaporated as a result of the coronavirus pandemic in which Beijing was accused of secrecy in the early stages of the global crisis. And more fuel has been added to the fire by China's actions in Hong Kong, as the UK has accused the Communist power of breaking the 1997 treaty. Now, it appears Boris Johnson is going to cut Huawei out of the UK's network altogether. He is aiming to do this by 2029 according to reports, but Conservative Party rebels have claimed this is happening too slowly. A leaked GCHQ report has raised new security issues with Huawei technology being used in the UK, and is likely to force Boris Johnson to abandon the company entirely. The report suggests that new US sanctions on Huawei will force the company to use untrusted technology that could increase the risk to the UK. A group of 60 Tory MPs who are concerned about Huawei say the government must commit to replacing all Huawei kit before the end of the current parliament, which is set to finish in 2024. They have threatened to undermine Mr. Johnson's plans for government by amending every bill that passes through the Commons with anti-China clauses until he agrees. One concerned MP is Andrew Bridgen, who has previously been supportive of Mr. Johnson on issues such as Brexit. But the MP for North West Leicestershire told Express that the Prime Minister had a lapse in judgment over the Huawei affair.